Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Wednesday. All right, guys, well, we're back to talk about Andy Cohen because he's not only speaking on Louis Ruela's this PI debacle on the Real Housewives of New Jersey, Raquel's mental health, Kim Zolciak potentially joining the Real Housewives of Atlanta again, but then there's also a video clip of Andy talking about the Gorgas. And TMZ caught up with Nene asking her what she thinks about Kim's divorce and would she go back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta? There's so much here. So before we jump into all of this, you guys know how this works. Do all the YouTube things, smash the like button, show some love, and let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys. So I wanted to start off with the Andy Cohen, Louis, just the drama, because Reality Blurb came out with it, and we just got to. All right. Andy Cohen recently revealed what he felt was the most shocking part of the Jersey reunion, which he has been speaking out about lately. Actually, let's just play the clip of him speaking out about it because this, to me, I died. Here we go.
I'm sure that you've seen like all the talk on Twitter and people have responded to things, and people have even said like when in the reunions that I would say more of the Jersey fans here, because they are very passionate. They believe sometimes that you have like a little bit of bias going on with some ladies. Can you respond to that too? Because I've seen a lot of that. And what would your take be on it? I'm sure that you've seen like all the talk on Twitter. And
my take would be that there are a couple things that we didn't cover that I wish we had, that I think would have satisfied more of the people who say that I was on one side or another. We got so sidetracked with the whole thing about whether Louis hired a private investigator and all this stuff. There was such a side conversation that we wound up skipping through, like, why did Melissa and Joe post those Instagram posts the day of her wedding, which was very shady of them. There were a few things we didn't cover that I wish we had that maybe would have let people feel like it was a little more balanced.
Okay. I mean, that's a great point. So he thinks that Joe and Melissa were being a little bit shady. I mean, it was a little bit shady on the day of the wedding to post about the family. We know this. This isn't a big shocker. We thought it was shady when we were watching the wedding special. Nothing has changed from this, right? Let's get back into the most shocking part. He also addressed Louis' future on the show, Raquel's potential return to Vanderpump Rules, and the rumors regarding Kim Zolciak coming back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And he talked a little bit about Beverly Hills and New York City. He kind of touched on everything. We've been working on the new episodes for a while, so it's really fun. That's what he's saying about RHONJ season 14. Now, there is one of the cast members. She said when RHONJ premieres that it's going to come in and it is going to it's going to have the highest ratings that RHONJ has ever seen. That's such a tall order to be so confident and say, you know what? We haven't even been on TV yet, but we know that we're going to come in and Ramona, Sonia, Luann, Bethany, we got this. I like the confidence. Also really fun, the upcoming Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip RHONJ Legacy series, which features Dorinda, Sonia, Luann, Ramona, Kelly Ben-Simone, and Kristen Taekman, and filmed last month, Beverly Hills Season 13, which will not include Lisa Rinna for the first time in 8 seasons. This season was really great. It went great. It's fresh, it's new, it's fun, it's exciting, and I love it. As for whether or not Kim will return to the Real Housewives of Atlanta full-time for its potential 16th season, Andy confirmed it's way too soon to even talk about this, which their show's not even over. We don't even have the mid-season trailer yet. We know that we're getting a Kim Zolciak cameo. We know that Kim Zolciak has already teased that she wants to come back. But also, if her and Kroy are not getting along and they're divorcing, and Kroy has already said in documents that he's afraid that she's going to exploit the children in order to make herself seem appealing for the show, he might say same thing that Randall said to Lala. You cannot film with my kids. Would it be kind of like, oh, well, why are you doing that now when you guys were on Don't Be Tardy and they grew up around the cameras? Would that be a little shady? yes, it would be a little bit shady. However, at the end of the day, he can do whatever he wants with the minor children. Not the oldest girls, obviously. He can't do anything with them. But with the minors, he has to say so in this. He said, we're in the middle of airing a new season of Atlanta, so we're not really looking at casting for next season right now. All right. Then when Andy asked if he agrees with Lala Kent when it comes to Raquel and her mental health concerns after this whole affair and whether or not she should be able to come back to the show, he said, I can't, speculate on what's right for her. It sounds like she's taking care of herself, and that's what she should be doing. Moving on to Jersey, Andy said that while there have been rumors that Louis had the cast investigated amid season 13, the concept wouldn't jeopardize his role on the show. He's married to a cast member, so it's really about whatever is going on with Teresa. Because Teresa and Melissa want nothing to do with one another after the 13th season, there have been rumors regarding whether or not one of them or both of them could leave the show, which we talked about earlier this morning. But Andy did say, it's hard to imagine the show without either of them. But that said, he said the Jersey reunion was probably one of the saddest that he's ever seen. But hold on. Speaking of Kim Zolciak, let's get back to it for a second because TMZ caught up with Nene Leakes. And when they did, they were asking her about everything. Pretty much like, what do you think about Kim in the Real Housewives of Atlanta? A potential return, you and her coming back together, her divorce. What are your thoughts? Well, here you go. This is what she said.
What's Kim doing, like, overall, like, since you guys kind of talked a little
I don't
bit?
know. I don't know how she's doing overall. I just reached out to her because she reached out to me during the time when I was really going through something. But I would have to think that she's taking it hard. I mean, it's a divorce. It's not easy. Yeah.
Of course. I know Kim's making small appearances on the show. Does the ATL need Kim and Nene back on the show? A lot of people would say you guys are the show. You guys are so much funniness to it.
Well, I would just say check the ratings.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, that should give you an answer.
I mean, would you be down to come back?
I would come back for the fans.
Okay.
Because the fans are the ones that love me. They're the ones that love to see me in that position. And I would do anything for them.
Of course. I mean, and the fans were actually kind of upset that you were edited out of the trailer, the flashback. I mean, people were pretty heated.
Yeah. I thought that was funny, and I thought that was kind of crazy to do. But I also think that people sometimes use reverse psychology.
Okay.
And so maybe they were thinking if we edit her out, maybe they'll make more people tune in the next week. So that's how I try to think of it. Maybe they were like, okay, we're going to edit her out, and then people tune in next week to watch. I mean, I don't know. But I think it was a bad move to do.
Do you think it was production being shady?
I don't even think it was production, because production only do what the orders are that they get from the top. So somebody from the top ordered that to be done, and they did what they were told to do.
Okay. Somebody from the top ordered that to be done, and they did what they were told to do. Now, I know that she said that she would come back for the fans. And speaking on Kim Zolciak aside, she's like, I reached out. I hope she's doing okay. I wish her the best. Divorce is not easy. But speaking on her getting edited out, like kind of cropped out of one of the episodes, I completely agree with the reverse psychology of it all. Because if you take her out, then we're talking about it. It's making Page 6. It's making major media outlets. Then Nene's chiming in on it. Then we're talking about the Real Housewives of Atlanta all over again. And boom, we're making money off of somebody who's not even on the show anymore. All right, guys, I want to hear what your thoughts are. So go ahead and comment below. Let us know what you think. And more importantly, before you go, don't forget to smash that like button, show some love, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.